Good afternoon. The chairman, Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocate Center, our legal department, co-comrades and reviewers, helping the solution alive from Ikeja Allen Avenue branch. Have a case of children access denial reported by Mr. Amos Otti against Mrs. Nnkwchi. The complainant is live in our office. Please join us as we interview him for a peaceful resolution. And subscribe to our YouTube channel on Access to Justice TV and follow us on our Facebook page or Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocate Center. For more useful information, visit our website on www.hrdac.org.ng. Once again, good morning and happy week ahead. Please share and like on this very page. Thank you. Okay, good afternoon. You have to talk loud. You are not talking to me alone. That you know. Can we hear you, please, with your loud voice? I don't have mic here.
Um, I had a problem with my wife since 3 years ago. She left my house, and actually, I don't base here in Nigeria. I stay in Indonesia, but I used to come back twice in every year. So we had a problem. I don't know whether we'll go straight to the problem or how.
Go ahead and give details so that we'll know how we can handle it.
Okay. The issues that since I married my wife, we we've been restaurant people been cooking food and giving me bill. So it has been an issue that I confronted my mother-in-law to like how can your daughter don't know how to cook or something and that stuff. So before I return back to Nigeria, I called her. I said you should go and learn how to cook. Then give me the bill. Let me send the money across for you to go and learn how to cook. She said that I should not order. So when I come back, I found out that the food that she packed in the fridge was cooked by normal way she used to cook outside and put in the fridge. So after the food finished, so I said go to market and prepare a food. Uh, I said you should go to market and buy foodstuffs and cook and put in the fridge. So she said that she will invite those people that used to cook for us. I said it will not happen again in the house. So along the line, we had misunderstanding and it led to fight. So she left my home with my two kids. So after 1 week, I wanted to visit them at their family house at the Ikeja here. So I go through a man called Mr. Ben, who stands as a witness when I got married with her. So I went to Mr. Ben's house to escort me to their parents' house. So Mr. Ben have to call my father-in-law that I want to come to settle the problem or to for him to hear from me. So my father-in-law said that he don't want to hear anything from me and he don't want me uh, to dear near his house. So within that moment, I have 2 weeks left, so I have to leave. So when I returned back after 1 year, my senior brother called my mother-in-law that they want to come to their place at Ikeja here to look into the matter. They refused the invitation. So I went to welfare because I've been missing my kids. I went to welfare and welfare send send them invitation to come. They refused to acknowledge the invitation of welfare. So that was the reason why I decided because I've been following their office online, Facebook. So I decided that this time around, if I come back to Nigeria, that I will visit the office to continue from where I stopped.
Do you were you people properly married?
Yes,
When did you marry?
2013.
2013. How did you meet her?
Through Facebook.
You met her on Facebook.
Yeah.
Did you court her? Was there any courtship before you married? Did you meet her one on one?
Yes.
Uh,
I met her on Facebook. When I returned back to Nigeria, I was building my house at Okota then. So I visited her in Ikeja here. Then she been visiting me. So along the line, she got pregnant. So I said, okay, let me go and see her parents. So I went together with my brothers, with my people, to do the 8-4.
Okay, before she take, you said you married 2013.
Yeah.
Before she took in, were you? How long did you dated her before you went to do the introduction or whatever?
Mm, 2 months.
2 months.
Yeah, just 2 months.
Just 2 months.
Yeah.
That period, was she coming to your house?
Yeah.
Was there any time she slept over?
No.
And throughout the 2 months, she did not cook.
She did not cook. I've been like, oh, can't you cook? She said she dressed that she will be smelling foodstuffs, giving reasons. She didn't cook.
Okay, for the 2 months she did not cook.
Yeah.
After you went to see her parents,
Yeah.
you stayed with her. This marriage from 2013 to 2021.
Yeah.
You married her. She have not cooked for once.
She never cooked. We been like people used to cook, restaurants people. I will call them, they will come and cook. You understand? Like, give me bill. If they say, do you want goat meat with chicken, so price, I will pay. Then they will all eat, they will cook for us. That's the way we normally do.
For how long?
Since 2013.
How
Till
many
the
kids did you have with her?
two.
2 kids.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not too sure the cooking is the problem, because for 2013 you have been buying, people have been cooking for both of you from outside. Why? How did you suddenly change again that you don't want it?
Actually, I don't base here in Nigeria. It's normally when I comes back to Nigeria that the cooking stuff, you understand, always become a problem. We don't have any problem than that food stuff. It's the cooking stuff that cause the problem.
Okay, you told her that she should go
She
and
should go and learn how to cook. She said, okay, no problem. That she will tell me how much after she will do the finding. So she later told me that I should not propose myself, that I should mention the food I want. I said, okay, I want obono soup. I want or her soup. She said, okay. So when I returned back to Nigeria, those obono soup and ora is in the fridge. So after eating it, after the food, after that food I made finish, I said, okay, get list and write things we will buy in the market. She said that she will call the lady, that's one lady that used to come to our house to cook. She said she will invite the lady to come and cook. I said no, that it will not happen. So immediately I said that she order cartel pepper soup with what did they call it, zobo, for herself. So I myself, I cannot stay in house without eating. So I have to go to the next street. That's one woman that's cooking that place. I have to go and pay the woman to cook up for soup for me. So the woman now cook up that of soup. I have to come and put in the fridge. So I normally paid her. I normally, because she refused to do anything. So every month I normally paid her some money in her account for her for upkeep. So because of the problem we are having together, I refuse to give her the money, because I found out that is the money that I'm giving to her that made her to be like ordering.
tell John to stop raising the car. She will just
So I found out that it's the money that I used to give to her that's giving her the right of buying food outside. You understand? So I stopped the monthly upkeep that I giving to her. You understand? So we don't have any other problem than the food issue. It was the food. It was the cooking stuff that.
because you stop her ordering food from outside and pay.
Yeah.
Then she felt offended.
So yeah, she felt offended. She was not greeting me. She was not even talking to me in the house. You understand? So that's how the whole thing
Did
started.
you complain to the family?
Yes, I complained to her mom. I complained to her mom that her daughter cannot even cook indomie. Her mom was giving me excuse that it was her father, that the dad refused them to enter kitchen, that the dad didn't eat any other food except the one she cooked by herself. I said, okay, even when you're cooking in the kitchen, she's supposed to be there with you to
How
monitor.
old is she?
She started
Chineke.
36 now.
30.
Honestly,
30.
yeah,
30.
not even 18 years.
Not even 17, 18 years. 30.
Cannot cook food and give to husband.
It was the food that
For how long will they be buying
caused
food?
the problem.
So where is she now?
She's in their house at Ikeja. And the dad said I should not near their, their place. So that was the reason why I went to welfare. They refused to acknowledging the invitation. So I've been following this program online, and I don't base here in Nigeria. So I said, okay, this time around that I will soon be leaving. I said, let me try whether they will acknowledging the invitation here. You understand? And for me to use that opportunity to see my case, because since 3 years I never put my eyes on my case. I don't know how they are
Who
doing.
is with the kids?
Is there in their family house at Oba?
How about him?
Yeah.
I thought you said, who is Chinyere?
Senior.
Who is this person you complain against?
Nnkwchi.
Nkechi?
Yeah.
Who is Nkechi?
She's my wife.
But they wrote in your form that it's your sister-in-law.
They made a mistake. She's my wife.
Where is she working?
She's not here.
She's not working. And within these few years, what is the interval with the two children that you have? What is the interval with the two kids?
I don't understand. What do you mean?
How many years interval?
My daughter should be 10 years, but my daughter was born 2010. Should be 9 years. You know what I read?
9 years.
Yeah.
And the other one is
My son is 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
And you are sure the children belong to you.
Yeah.
Let me have the phone. This number you dropped in, is it your wife phone or your
She changed her number. That is her mom number.
that's her mother's number?
Office phone.
You said it's his.
What is the mother's name?
Mrs. Who now?
Mrs. Oprom.
Are you sure you married this person?
You
Make
don't
I
know
first
that.
ask you,
Of
because
course
you can't
now.
even hear, you can't even know your mother-in-law said.
Mrs. Oprom.
Come, is it marriage you did or you went and did introduction?
I'm married. My son brother is there.
Did you
Where
pay
is
her
the
I pay her that
where
price.
are they? Do you do church wedding?
No.
You
I
do
do
court
that
wedding?
traditional marriage. I carry my people. I paid everything
to their home
to
village?
their yes.
In their village or Lagos here?
In Lagos here.
So what is the your whatever? What is the name of the man? Because even the Nkechi you write it doesn't have surname. What is the father's name? You did not write the father's name, and you don't know the mother's name.
Mrs. Who?
Oprom. Mrs. Oprom. Mrs.
Opurumo is the father's name.
Father's,
son.
yes, Mrs. Godwin Okromo.
And she changed her number, so you don't know any number we can reach her.
She changed her number. I cannot reach her anymore. But I have one number and that my number.
Is it not the most number you gave them?
Yeah.
And that is the one I'm calling, and they're not picking.
If you want, I can give you a number of that.
Hmm?
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madam.
Yes, please, can I speak to Mrs. Godwin Okoron?
Mr. or Miss?
Mrs.
What? She's not hungry now.
Am I speaking? Okay, am I speaking to Mr. Godwin Okoron? Am I
Yes,
speaking
she has
to
listened to good enough.
Okay, how are you, sir?
I'm okay today.
Good.
You.
I'm fine, thank you. I'm Mrs. Solution. I'm calling you for Human Rights Defender and Access to Justice Office.
Mrs. Olushola.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. We have one Mr. Amos Otti who came to complain. He said he's your in-law. That he's married to your daughter Nnkwchi, and they had misunderstanding, which is she sees the two kids both of them have together in their marriage. Deprive him access to the children for over how many years. And he had put call across to you and the mom, but you want him not to step his feet to your compound.
Madam, so I don't want to stop you before you finish. I think that yes, gentleman is not well. He has taken us to the Lagos State, one of the departments in Alausa, reported the family. They sent two officers to our house, and we told them what happened. And since then, the man ran away. We showed them the children he abandoned, and the wife he picked up, and threw them out of his house. Since 2019, this man has not asked about the children. Where are they? Are they eating? They left the house with the clothes they were wearing. Now they are not come to your place. With the letter you sent to us, we gave it to our lawyer. Our lawyer said we shouldn't bother. It was our intent because the report the doctor, after treating my daughter, gave us, the doctor said we should take it to the police. But the people will not understand. They say, how do you take your daughter's husband to the police? I told the doctor, please, I'll keep the report you've written. I'm not going to the police. That notwithstanding, he went to the ministry in Alausa, reported. The two gentlemen came to my house. I brought the children and I explained to the man what happened. The man said, this man didn't tell us anything like that.
He beat your daughter.
The man said you will come to the ministry. He didn't come. Because this man told him they listen to us and so on. Please, if he comes to your office again, tell him that when he married my daughter, there was a group between my family and his family. He should go there. He beat my daughter, threw her out of the house with nothing. A woman with two children. She left that house since 2019, and we took her there. We asked an Uber to go and pick her and bring her to this house. Since that day, this man has never asked. Sorry of my in-law. I had disagreement with my wife. I don't know where she has gone. Did she come to your house? She never did that. They closed everything. We sent somebody to go and pick those things. He shoot the people, sent them out of his house. Now he's coming to you. I don't know what story he's telling you. Our lawyer says we don't have any business coming to your office. He says if the man is great, he should go to court. And that's what we are waiting. When he dismisses us at the court, we now bring the doctor's report, and the doctor asks us to go to the police. Just for record, I said no. We are Igbos. misunderstanding. And they said you took your in-law to the police. You wanted to jail him or this thing. If he's serious about the family he abandoned since March 6, 2019, he should go to the man who was the bridge between my family and his own family. He should not come to bother you at all. He knows what he's an Igbo man. He married her not in the registry, not in the law court. According to Igbo tradition and customs, he knows what those tradition and customs should be. Let him go and follow them up. I have been with my daughter and her 2 children since 2019 March. And it's not easy. These are children who, the youngest just turned 6 on Friday. The other one is 2 years older. They pay their school fees, sacrificing the car that takes them to school and back, fueling the car. This one has never spoken to me, never called me, never came to my house. And we said, Malam, push him out. And he came there to, I don't know what type of nonsense he was telling you people. Please, man, I'm sorry I'm speaking in such a way, but this is a man that I took as an in-law, as a son. He's a young man. I'll be 77 in January. He's even younger than my first son. He now disgraced me, beat up my daughter. Something I've never done since I had that thing. And now he comes to you and says he wants me to come and let me sit with him and we talk. Tell him, Mr. Prom, he will stop coming there. If he's serious about his family, we don't want his children. In my family, we are over 20. We're not looking for children. If he wants his own children, let him go to the right court, go to our go between, talk to them. And then anytime the children are up to age, you come and take them. Please. I'm sorry.
That person, Mr. Ben. I want to Mr. Ben. It's Mr. Ben. He's talking about. I want to Mr. Ben. Mr. Ben.
I want to pick up his wife and throw her wife out of the house with 2 children.
Do you hear what he's saying?
He's lying.
No, you married this person.
Yes.
Okay. You married this person. This man is not a mad person. He's a learned person.
Yeah.
And he should know what the law says. Because if they seize these children, come what may, no matter any lawyer they have, they will write petition, will go and pick those children.
Okay.
But you marry somebody,
Okay.
according to you, paid her dowry,
Yeah.
and you have misunderstanding with the lady.
Okay.
What stopped you going there? And why did you stop sending money for the children upkeep? So the woman don't want you, the father-in-law don't want you, the mother-in-law don't want you. Who have you gone to this house with?
Okay.
From your family that went to pay her dowry,
Okay.
and they chased all of you out of the house.
Okay. My elder brother is here.
You speak up, let him hear.
Okay.
Yeah.
I went to Mr. Ben.
Who is Mr. Ben?
He knows Mr. Ben, who is the middleman. He's from their place.
Uh-huh.
You understand? I went to Mr. Ben to escort me to go and see my father.
How long it ever? How long?
After like 2 weeks, Nnkwchi can testify. Even when we had that incident, I was not well. I was having treatment at First Act Hospital. You understand? After 2 weeks, I went to Mr. Ben. Mr. Ben is alive to escort me to Mr. Brom's house. You understand? To accompany me for explanation. Mr. Brom said he don't want to see me.
Yeah, but it's an in-law because one, there is no harm.
So he said he don't want to see
somebody
me.
that you married the daughter, you beat up the daughter, that he will comfortably, yes, come on phone. Even if warrant you going there, straight let people come. No, hear me out first. There is no way I'm married.
And there's no
there
is no way I can go there alone. You understand? I have to go with someone.
No,
so that was the reason why
there and they chased you.
I'm not in the country.
Is it not Nigeria that you came, that you went to complain at citizen immigration? Why are you not in Nigeria now that you come here to complain? The period you are using to complain there, why haven't you take any of your family member or the marriage mediator to go to that place?
My elder brother called my Mrs. Oprom to have a date that my people will come with me to come and see them. Mr. Oprom said, okay, I will give you a time that they will have chance. After the following day, my senior brother is here. He started calling Mr. Oprom. She refused to pick his call.
But if it's not going to be a telephone matter, That is
But
what I'm saying.
invitation matters a lot. Before you're going to someone's house, the person has to
You
say,
will
I will
go
be around.
as an evidence because you have your children there. Come what may. This man I'm talking, hello,
Hello, I'm with you, man.
good. This person I'm speaking to, if he have a lawyer,
Yeah.
your children are in their custody,
Yeah.
and according to him, you assaulted the daughter.
Okay.
That he did not report
Okay.
against you because they have not heard from both of you. But the fact that they have your children, you are not sending upkeep. They are the one taking care of the children. You don't know if these kids are going to school or not. I asked you, you said your wife is not working. Where is she sourcing money from that the children should be going? The children's upkeep, feeding allowance, clothing allowance, school and school fees.
Yeah.
We because if you married her, now she's still married but living with the family. Is she supposed to be living with the family as a married woman?
I went to Mr. Ben. Listen to me. I went to Mr. Ben. This Mr. Ben I'm talking about is alive. Do you understand? I went to Mr. Ben. I said, Mr. Ben, my concern is about the school fees of my children.
You are not adult, sir.
Wait, the school fees of my children. Understand? Mr. Ben said that that Mr. Opono said, why am I complaining of the school fees of the children that I have ever before paid?
This is side talk and side all this kind of say and that is childish. Have you ever sent money to your wife when you were in Malaysia?
How can I send money?
No, have you ever? No.
Before the incident?
Yes.
I'm the one that taking.
Then you have hold on,
everything.
sir. Excuse me. You hold on. You know what this office stands for?
Oh, yeah.
You know what this office stands for.
Yeah.
If you want to stand for justice.
Yeah.
You have been sending money to her while you were there before this incident.
Yeah.
Do you need to contact Mr. Ben to send money to her? Whereas you know, even though both of they are not in the house, let them control these children. They are not they are not living with you, and you know these children need to be fed. You know these children were going to school before both of you had misunderstanding. As far as you have the woman account, you don't need to consult nobody. You need to be sending her money in her account, pending when you go to the family for resolution.
The reason why I never send any money to her account is that if I send, they will still deny me that I'm not paying anything.
It's a lie. You have your evidence. If you send money to an account, this is not hand cash, what is it called? It's not the cash handling. You send money to her account, how is she going to deny? It goes from your account to account, or you pay money to the account, we tell her. How will she deny that you are not sending money? Somebody has been taking care of the children. Somebody have been paying the children's school fees. Somebody have been paying the children, have been feeding the kids. Okay, what if the parents are not in Lagos, they are in the east, and you had problem with her? Have you asked the whereabouts of these children till this moment?
I've been looking away. That's that was the reason why I'm here. I've been looking away.
No, it's not the right way.
I'm looking away to have access to the kids, to know what I should do.
No, you cannot hold on. You know we have procedure here, and we can only tell you the truth. We'll tell you the truth. Their lawyer cannot stop us taking children from that house. This woman is here. This man is online. He's hearing me. And you, that is if you are justified. And yours, if you default in the area where you as a husband or father in your responsibility, then you have yourself to be blamed. This office will also stand to blame you. You have kids out of your presence for more than how many months, or a year or 2 years?
3 years now.
3 years. If you are to be billed based on whoever that be taking, ask you, are you sure these kids belong to you? If she have told you that these children are not for you, you said no, they are for you. If these kids are for you and you are not with them, and you don't send any money to the woman account for their upkeep, the children that you have not been giving upkeep, you are looking for to see, they are not important to you. Because if they're important to you, you don't care about the misunderstanding. Why you allow the tension to calm down? You will be sending money to her account and give your reason. This is for the kids' upkeep. This is for you people's upkeep. This is the children's school fees. Then at this moment, if you appear in this office, I want to have access to my children, and my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, my wife sees my children, they don't allow me access to the kids. will ask you, what is the proof that you have been supporting these children or you have been taking care of these children? Okay, if you provide it. If you invite them and they deny, I mean, they refuse the invitation for peaceful resolution, we will engage first. We will definitely go there, arrest them, they will provide your children. But in a situation where you can't prove even a kobo sent to them, and you want the kids, or you want to have access to the kids, and you don't know if these children are where nobody is taking care of them, will they be alive today that you want to have access to them?
Are they eating? Are they going to school? All those things. So who take care of those things?
I think the best bet, I must be sincere to you, you need family. If you need some staff from our office to accompany you, you do the needful. You need your family member to go there and explain your own side of the story. You are not supposed to beat up your wife. We have zero tolerance for that.
They never agree me.
That is
they never
oh God, please don't waste my time because I have other things to attend to. They never agree. They did not marry this woman from our office. We only attend to case when you all have and you have exhausted all your strength of bringing peace. You can't be calling Mr. Ben. Mr. Ben in his house, you go to Mr. Ben. You have in-law where you married from. You have not even been there. Let this man pick cutlass or pick wood, chase you from the house. And in a situation like this, people still respect people that goes with in-laws. If you don't want the marriage again, you approach them. This is it. I don't want the marriage again. The excuse you give is big, but it's not big enough to separate marriage. When your wife cannot cook, you know how to cook. Teach her how to cook. And if it's becoming something else, talk to the family. If this lady cannot cook for me, I am spending too much on buying food from outside or engaging an outsider to be cooking for me. No responsible father or mother-in-law will say, no, in-law, why did you say my daughter must be cooking? Every responsible African woman must be demonstrated. If you don't know how to cook, you don't know how to do domestic work, whom are you expecting to do that for you? And these are issues that you need to approach the family. If you even appear in court for the fact that you've never supported these children for once, you may not really have a chance of taking custody of the kids. And if you really want to have access to the kids, do the needful, sir. We'll tell you process, steps, procedure to take. If you offended, you said you beat up the daughter, you did not even bother to come there, calling somebody come and accompany, even if you say none of you should come to my house, you have to still go. It's not a demon. After all, he gave the daughter's hand in marriage to you. It's an in-law. Let other people witness that you went there and he chased you out with cutlass or he chased you out with wood. There is nothing that man cannot settle. Even death, they settle it. So if you appear in court, they will still ask you. This question we're asking, they will still ask you. So the best bet is to approach the family, which if you are scared, some of our staff can still accompany you. It hasn't gotten to this. And I believe you have not really take the other process steps that you ought to take to resolve the matter within the family, and then you now bring it up. Then we'll know what to do from there.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Godwin, thank you, sir, for having you in the house.
Okay, thank you, madam, and I listened to your word of advice, and I hope the young man, you talk sense into his head, and that he will be a gentleman.
Please, sir, come watch me. You know, as a father, as an elderly person, where elders is, there is always peace. You know, there is no way, if issues like this have been between you and your wife, there's no way you'll be allowed to have these children you are talking about. It's patient. People have to have patience, and he's outside that is your son-in-law, is still your son. Please come watch me. Whatever, anywhere he has offended you, please tender justice with mercy. there is nothing in this world and there's nothing out there. Please initiate peace between him and his family so that they can be united families.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Have a nice day.
And you too, sir. Sincerely speaking, let me tell you.
There's something I want to say. I didn't send my family aside. I had issue with my wife. I was eating. That time I was not okay. So in the morning time I was eating. So my friend called me international call. So my wife was pressing laptop. I said I said reduce the volume of the television. I told my wife to reduce the volume of the television. She she refused. She ignored me. So I have to tell my cousin to switch off the television. My cousin now go and switch the television in order for me to answer call. That was how the problem started. My wife jumped from that place. She was doing laptop. What's my problem? Should everybody run away in this house for you? She was pointing hand on me. I use bottled water that I used to drink and beat that hand. She ran back and beat me. That's how the matter started. So I now retaliate to beat her again. She ran aside. When she ran aside, my kids now follow her to outside. So one
Was it in the night or daytime?
in the daytime. So I was eating. So I was planning when I finish eating, I will go outside and beg her to enter inside. When I went outside, I didn't see her again. I was surprised. I now called her. She refused to pick her call. I asked my gate man. My gate man said that she called Oba. You understand? So she telephoned to her mom. Her mom tell her to pick up Oba and come back. Actually, I was in the mind to go and see the family, but I was scared because of what her mom said. I called her mom. Her mom was vibrating, saying all sort of the. I called Mr. Prom. Mr. Prom was, oh my God, was releasing bomb, calling me names. So that was why I didn't go there. I was scared.
But it's too,
You understand?
they
So I have to.
period they give is
Still
too
early.
far.
Uh,
Yeah,
so-
it was too early. There's
So
no way.
after 2 weeks, I have to go and meet Mr. Ben, who stands
As a mediator.
as a mediator when I went their place to marry. I said, Mr. Ben, please accompany me to Mr. Okron. Let me go and explain
What's happening?
what happened. Mr. Ben called Mr. Okron. He said that he should tell that young man that I should not near his gate. I don't know how to say it. My suffering, my hustling is my family, both my wife, both my kids. I was not okay since I never heard from them or since I never sent money to them. And the reason why I never sent money to them is because Mr. Ben was telling me that Mr. Oporon said, why am I so talking about how about my children's school fees and the other thing that have I ever paid their school fees before?
Oh, that one.
So-
Even the mediator is not a good mediator.
You know, it
Because a
was
mediator that is
Yeah, will drive you to that place.
instigating word, giving you word that will create problem between you and your in-laws is not a good
So-
mediator. Even if he hears such thing from your father-in-law, he's
Who
not
says
supposed to
he
tell you.
follow it?
He will keep it and go on your behalf begging. How do they call
So-
in-law for Igbo language?
Ogom. So I
You
was
beg the man
I
not
was-
to come and be telling you
I
this
was
and that.
I was angry. I said I will not go to Mr. Ben again because when I go to Mr. Ben, he's not giving me any good response. I didn't tell my wife to go. She ran away from the house till today. So
It's okay, but they will try to go to that place. It is
I will.
better, yes,
I will.
because it won't be proper. You live there for 3 years, you do not answer that. It's not for. I will tell you.
No,
the
I
truth.
will clear every bill because the school. That was the reason why I'm even looking at a way to get access. You understand? Every school fees, every food they eat, everything they spend for my kids, I will give them back. But I'm only looking at a way to have access. You understand?
No problem.
For the payment is not a problem.
No problem.
Okay.
When you are ready to go, you let us know. We'll
Okay.
delegate some people with some of your family to that place
Okay.
and talk to them.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. I will.
no problem.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. that is proper to always hear from the both side. We've heard from him and we have heard from the father-in-law also. So I think the best way, at times is good for let marriage, let it be a balanced equation. When the man is too harsh, it's not so good. When the woman is too harsh, it's not so good. you know they need to balance the equation. For a woman to say can everybody run away from the house depends on the way the man is behaving. But if he's not also behaving, if he's behaving good and the woman want to intimidate and suppress him because he's the calm type, some women see a quiet man, they want to override him and feel, oh, they have found somebody that they can do and undo, which is not proper. So until we get there, we'll try to mediate so that peace will reign in the marriage. By God's grace, God will restore them back. In Jesus' name. Amen. All right, thank you. We'll be back in a moment.